There are plenty of source materials to reconstruct the history of the Gupta period. They include literary, epigraphical, and numismatic sources. The Puranas throw light on the royal genealogy of the Gupta kings. Contemporary literary works like the Devi Chandraguptam and Mudraksham written by Bisak Dutt provide information regarding the rise of the Guptas. The Chinese traveler Farhane, who visited India during the reign of Chandragupta II, has left a valuable account of the social, economic, and religious conditions of the Gupta Empire. Apart from these literary sources, there are inscriptions like the Mehroli Iron Pillar inscription and the Alabar Pillar inscription. The first refers to the achievements of Chandragupta I. The most important source for the reign of Samudragupta is the Allahabad pillar inscription. It describes his personality and achievements. The inscription is engraved on the Ashokan pillar. It is written in classical Sanskrit using the Nagari script. It consists of 33 lines composed by Harisen. It describes the circumstances of Samudragupta's accession, his military campaigns in North India, and the Deccan, his relationship with other contemporary rulers, and his accomplishments as a poet and scholar. The coins issued by Gupta kings contain legends and figures. These coins provide interesting details about the titles and sacrifices performed by the Gupta monarchs. Chandragupta I, 320 to 330 AD. गुप्ता डायनेस्टी के फाउंडर थे श्री गुप्त. ही वॉज सक्सीडेड बाई घटोत्कच. दे these two were called Maharajas. Much information was not available about their rule. The next ruler was Chandragupta I, and he was the first to be called Maharaja Dhiraj, the great king of kings. The title indicates his extensive conquests. He strengthened his position by a matrimonial alliance with the Lichavis. He married Kumar Devi, a princess of the family of that family. This added to the power and prestige of the Gupta family. The Mehroli Iron Pillar inscription mentions his extensive conquests. Chandragupta I. So, Mehroli Iron Pillar and Allahabad Pillar, Samudragupta. Chandragupta I is considered to be the founder of the Gupta era. So Gupta era का founder चंद्रगुप्त वन है, but dynasty का founder श्रीगुप्त है. Chandragupta I is considered to be the founder of the Gupta era, which starts with his accession in AD 320. Samudragupta 330 to 380. Samudragupta was the greatest of the rulers of Gupta dynasty. The Allahabad pillar inscription provides a detailed account of his reign. It refers to 3 stages in his military campaign. एक है अगेंस्ट द रूलर्स ऑफ नॉर्थ इंडिया, दूसरा है दक्षिण पद एक्सपीडिशन अगेंस्ट साउथ इंडियन रूलर्स, और एक सेकेंड कैंपेन अगेंस्ट अदर रूलर्स ऑफ नॉर्थ इंडिया. फर्स्ट कैंपेन देखते हैं जिसमें ये अच्युत और नागसेन को हराएगा. अच्युत वॉज प्रोबेबली अ नाग रूलर. नागसेन बिलोंग टू द कोटा फैमिली विच वॉज रूलिंग ओवर द अपर गंजेटिक वैली. They were defeated and their states were annexed. As a result of this short campaign, Samudragupta had gained complete mastery over the upper Gangetic Valley. सेकेंड वाले में ये साउथ इंडियन को हराएंगे. अलाहाबाद पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन मेंशन करता है दैट समुद्रगुप्त डिफीटेड 12 रूलर्स इन हिज साउथ इंडियन एक्सपीडिशंस. दे वर महेंद्र ऑफ कौशल, व्यग्रराज ऑफ महाकांथार, ये कलाहड़ी उड़ीसा में है शायद. मंतराज ऑफ करौला, महेंद्रगिरी ऑफ पिस्तपुरा, स्वामी दत्त ऑफ कोट्टूर, दमन ऑफ इरंडपल्ल, विष्णुगुप्त ऑफ कांची, नीलराज ऑफ अवमुक्त, हस्तिवर्मन ऑफ वेंगी, उग्रसेन ऑफ पलक्का, कुबेर ऑफ देवराष्ट्र एंड धनंजय ऑफ कुष्टलपुर. और ये जो पलक्का है ये केरला में है और कुष्टलपुर राजस्थान एमपी में भी कहीं हो सकता है. और ये जो कोट्टूर कर्नाटका में है, नियर कांची है शायद ये अवमुक्त. Samudragupta's policy in South India was different. He did not destroy and annex those kingdoms. Instead, he defeated the rulers but gave them back their kingdoms. He only insisted on them to acknowledge his suzerainty. थर्ड में ये जो बचे हुए नॉर्थ इंडिया के रूलर्स हैं उनके अगेंस्ट कैंपेन करेगा. ही फॉट अगेंस्ट 9 किंग्स, अपरूटेड दैम एंड अनेक्स देयर टेरिटरीज. पर यहाँ पे टेरिटरीज़ को अनेक्स भी कर लिया है, सिर्फ साउथ वाले में अनेक्स नहीं किया है. अब चलिए नॉर्थ में और कौन कौन से बचे. देवर रुद्रदेव, Matila, Nagadatta Chandravarman, Gangathinag, Ganpathinag, Nagasen, Achyut, Nandin, Balavarman. Most of these rulers were members of the Naga family, then ruling over different parts of North India. After these military victories, Samudragupta performed the Ashwamedh sacrifice. He issued gold and silver coins with the legend restorer of the Ashwamedh. It is because of his military achievements Samudragupta was hailed as Indian Napoleon. Extent of Samudragupta's empire. After these conquests, Samudragupta's rule extended over the upper Gangetic Valley, the greater part of modern UP, a portion of central India, and the southwestern part of Bengal. These territories were directly administered by him. In the south, there were tributary states. The Saka and Kushana's principalities in the west and northwest were within the sphere of his influence. The kingdoms on the east coast of the Deccan, as far as Pallav kingdom, acknowledged his suzerainty. Estimate of Samudragupta. Samudragupta's military achievements remain remarkable in the annals of history. He was equally great in his other personal accomplishment. The Allahabad pillar inscription speaks of his magnanimity, magnanimity to his foes, his polished intellect, his poetic skill, and his proficiency in music. It calls him Kaviraj because of his ability in composing verses. His image depicting him with Veena is found in the coins issued by him. It is a proof of his proficiency and interest in music. He was also a patron of many poets and scholars, one of whom was Hari Sen. Thus, he must be credited with a share in the promotion of Sanskrit literature and learning, characteristic of his dynasty. He was an ardent follower of Vaishnavism but was tolerant of other creeds. He evinced keen interest in Buddhism and was the patron of great Buddhist scholar Vasubandhu. Second 380 to 415 AD. Samudragupta was succeeded by his son Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya. But according to some scholars, the immediate successor of Samudragupta was Ramgupta, the elder brother of Chandragupta II. But there is little historical proof for this. Chandragupta II inherited the military genius of his father and extended the Gupta Empire by his own conquests. He achieved this by a judicial combination of the policy of diplomacy and warfare. Through matrimonial alliances, he strengthened his political power. He married Kuber Nag, a princess of central India. He gave his daughter Prabhavati in marriage to the Vataka prince Rudra Sen II. The political importance of this marriage lies in the fact that Vakatakas occupied a geographically strategic position in the Deccan. This alliance served a useful purpose. Then Chandragupta II undertook his campaign in western India against the Sakas. Conquest of Western India. The greatest of the military achievements of Chandragupta II was his war against the Saka satraps of Western India. Rudrasimha III, the last ruler of Saka satrap, was defeated, dethroned, and killed. His territories in western Malwa and Kathiawar Peninsula were annexed into the Gupta Empire. After this victory, he performed the horse sacrifice and assumed the title Sakari, meaning destroyer of Sakas. He also called himself Vikramaditya. As a result of conquest of western India, the western boundary of the empire reached to the Arabian Sea, gaining access to Broch, Sopara, Cambay, and other seaports. This enabled the Gupta Empire to control trade with the Western countries. Ujjain became an important commercial city and soon became the alternative capital of the Guptas. The fine cotton clothes of Bengal, indigo from Bihar, silk from Banaras, the scents of the Himalayas, and the sandal and species from south were brought to these ports without any interference. The Western traders poured Roman gold into India in return for Indian products. The great wealth of the Gupta Empire was manifest in the variety of gold coins issued by Chandragupta II. Other conquests. Chandragupta II defeated a confederacy of enemy chiefs in Vanga. He also crossed the river Sindh and conquered Bactria. The Kushanas ruling in this region were subdued by him. With these conquests, the Gupta Empire extended in the west as far as western Malwa, Gujarat, Kathiawar. In the northwest, it's extended beyond the Hind Kush up to Bactria. In the east, it included even eastern Bengal, and in the south, the Narmada River formed the boundary. Fahin's visit. The famous Chinese pilgrim Fahin visited India during the reign of Chandragupta II. Out of his 9 years stay in India, he spent 6 years in the Gupta Empire. He came to India by the land route through Khotan, Kashgar, Gandhar, and Punjab. He visited Peshawar, Mathura, Kannauj, Shravasti, Kapilvastu, Kushinagar, Pataliputra, Kashi, and Bodh Gaya, among other places. He returned by the sea route, visiting on the way Ceylon and Java. The main purpose of his visit was to see the land of Buddha and to collect Buddhist manuscripts from India. He stayed in Patliputra for 3 years, studying Sanskrit and copying Buddhist texts. Fahin provides valuable information on the religious, social, and economic condition of the Gupta Empire. According to him, Buddhism was in flourishing condition in the northwestern India, but in the Gangetic Valley, it was in a state of neglect. He refers to the Gangetic Valley as the land of Brahmanism. Fahin mentions the unsatisfactory state of some of the Buddhist holy places like Kapil Vastu, कुशीनगर मतलब कपिल वस्तु और कुशीनगर में बुद्धिज्म ज़्यादा फैल रहा होगा. According to him, the economic condition of the empire was prosperous. Although his account is valuable in many respects, he did not mention the name of Chandragupta II. He was not interested in political affairs. His interest was primarily religion. He assessed everything from the Buddhist angle. His observations on social conditions are found to be exaggerated, yet his accounts are useful to know the general condition of the country. Estimate of Chandragupta II. The power and glory of Gupta Empire reached its peak under the rule Chandragupta II Vikramaditya. He also contributed to the general cultural progress of the age, patronized great literary figures like Kalidas. He promoted artistic activity because of the high level of cultural progress that was achieved during this period. The Gupta period is generally referred to as a golden age. A detailed account of the cultural progress in the Gupta age is given below. तो सक्सेसर देख लेते हैं. कुमार गुप्त थे इनके सक्सेसर, वॉज द सन एंड सक्सेसर ऑफ चंद्रगुप्त सेकेंड. हिज रेन वॉज मार्क्ड बाय जनरल पीस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी. He issued a number of coins and inscriptions are found all over the Gupta Empire. He also formed an Ashwamedh sacrifice. Most importantly, he laid the foundation of the Nalanda University, which emerged an institution of international reputation. At the end of his reign, a powerful wealthy tribe called the Pushyamitras defeated the Gupta army. A branch of the Huns from Central Asia made attempts to cross the Hindu Kush mountains and invade India. But it was his successor Skandgupta who really faced the Hun invasion. He fought successfully against the Huns and saved the empire. This war must have been a great strain on the government's resources. After Skandgupta's death, many of his successors like Purugupta, Narsimhagupta, Buddhagupta, and Baladitya could not save the Gupta Empire from the Huns. Ultimately, the Gupta power totally disappeared due to Hun invasions and later by the rise of Yashodharman in Malwa.